Okay, so we just did like the basic elimination is kind of what I call it. Now we're going to do what I consider like advanced elimination. So it's still that concept of adding stuff together. But what's going to be different is that you're going to have kind of an extra step at the beginning. And so just to kind of honestly save us time from like writing it all out, because it's not really needed. It's honestly the same thing we just did on the other page, on the other set of notes, is that step number 1 is for sure going to always be used from here on out. So we'll just rewrite step 1 and then, yeah. So step 1 for elimination is to always identify or create, which that's really the part we're going to be doing today, a variable that can be eliminated. Which will involve this last time it was just multiplying by -1. Now it's going to be multiplying by another number. So we'll just have it be the same as I did on the other page, but we'll emphasize some stuff. So multiply by -1 or other numbers. And this is the part that we're really going to be kind of doing today. And then after that, it's the same things. We're adding the equations together. We solve for the variable, plug it in, find the other one. Okay? This is just kind of the part that's going to become like newish. So if we look at example A here for using elimination, it is nice that it's already kind of got stuff, the x's are first and the y's are second. But if you notice, do I have anything that are like exactly opposites of each other? Are the x's opposite or the y's opposite? No, right? So then I need to look for what's the easiest path to get one of the two of them to be able to eliminate. So I look at my x's and I go, okay, well, this x doesn't have anything next to it, which means it's pretty easy to manipulate. So x's are a good chance right now. But just to check with the y's, 5y and -4y, those are pretty not easy to multiply to get one or the other, right? So if I look at this, I see that this first equation, what could I multiply it by that would cancel out a -5x? Or what's the opposite of -5x? Positive 5x, right? So what could I multiply this top equation by to create a positive 5x right there?
5.
Yeah, exactly, 5. We don't have to like overthink this. I'm not trying to trick you or anything. So that's what we're going to do is we're going to multiply this whole equation by 5. So that way we're going to get it to cancel out with that -5x, okay? So, if you're somebody who likes the words to refer back to, I would say that we would, so multiply by 5, so it can cancel the -5x, okay? And it's really important when you do this, that you multiply everything by that, right? Because we're just making the equation kind of, we're not making it really different. It's just going to look different. The equivalent stays the same as long as I multiply everything by it. So we're going to come down here and now have positive 5x and then -25y. And -65 there. So I multiplied everything in that top equation by 5. Okay, any questions with that step? Because that's really the new part. Okay, so now that I've got, so like this equation's kind of like gone now. and I'm dealing with just these bottom two, right? So I'm going to add those together, and I'm going to just add straight down. So my 5s are going to go away. Negative 4y plus a negative 25y gives me negative 29y equals negative 87. So from here down to here, I'm adding the equations together. Okay. And then I finish solving for y. So I'm going to divide by negative 29. And so y equals 3 on that. Yeah, 16. Okay. So, still not done, right? But are there any questions just on that first part, finding y? All right, so now just like always, you're going to take your variable, you're going to put it into one of the original equations. And I use an original one because I know it's correct. So one of these typed ones. Do you guys want to use the top or the bottom one? I'd say top is the easier one. Okay, so, and we're on page 16, Andrews, okay? So I'm going to have x minus 5, and then I'm going to insert my y, which is 3. So I'm inserting that into that top equation. So let's see, x minus 15. Add. So x equals 2. Okay, so I get 2, 3. I'll give you your quiz back later, okay? Okay, so on the test with elimination, so the stuff from the beginning class that's like the C level, I'm going to say that's a B. It's really the next step up. I know that even with just the negatives, that was just kind of a stepping stone, I would say, for this. And then the next one will be kind of as hard as it will get, okay? All right, so any questions on A? Okay, so we only had to multiply one equation by something, right? So if I look at example B here, well, 2 and 3 are definitely not the same, and 3 and 5 are definitely not the same, or opposites, right? So I do look at like, all right, the 2 is positive, the 3 is negative, that 3 is negative, the positive 5. So I kind of have options here. It just depends on what you think is the easiest way to go. So in this case, there's no way that I could multiply 2 something to get 3, right? And there's no way to multiply 3 by something to get 5. So when that's the case of I can't just multiply one equation by something, I'm going to have to multiply both equations, okay? So what could 2 and 3 both turn into? What's a common number between them, Eva? Yeah. 6. Okay. I knew you had it. I know. They jumped it. And 3 and 5, if I wanted to do those, I could turn it into 15. We multiply. So so I just choose the path that I think is the easiest. So I think making these into a positive 6 and a negative 6 will be the easiest. It's also kind of nice that one's positive, one's negative already. If they were both positive or both negative, I'd have to multiply by like a negative at some point. Okay, so what am I going to multiply this top equation by to get a 6y right here? Or I mean a 6x, sorry. Yeah, we're going to multiply by 3. So this equation gets multiplied by 3. What am I going to multiply the bottom equation by? Good. So multiplying both equations like this is an A level. All right, so I need to do that multiplication. So let's see, I'm going to kind of just go this way, I think. So I'm going to get 6x minus 9y equals 18. And then this one turns into, let's see, that looks a little messy. Hold on. Negative 6x plus 10y equals negative 8. Any questions on how or why I did that? All right. So once I've done that step, I look at my equations, I make sure everything's been multiplied, right? Everything has changed. I have a positive 6x versus a negative 6x. They have to be opposites of each other for this to work. Okay, so now I can do my regular stuff. I can add those two equations together. So I'm going to add. So my 6x's, they cancel out. So I'm going to get what y am I going to have? Yeah, so negative 9 and 10 gives me just, 1y. And 18 and negative 8 gives me 10. So there's no division needed on that one. Y is 10. So again, I know I'm sounding like a broken record, but there's a reason, right? So I take this and I plug it into an original equation. Do you guys want to use the top one or the bottom one? Top, okay. So, okay, so 2x minus 3 times 10 equals 6. So I get 2x minus 30. Bless you. I add my 30 to each side. So I get 2x equals 36. Divide. So x equals 18. So 1810 is my answer. Okay. I feel like just doing 2 might not be everything that you need it to be. Let me just kind of see here. So the last page of this assignment, so your assignments 17 and 18, 7 and 8 are purposely hard. You're going to have to rearrange those. So right now, just so we have it and you're not like really thrown off by it, 7 and 8, I'm going to say are optional, but if you're aiming for an A and you're aiming to like keep on going in math, 7 and 8 are a good challenge for you. But if you're like, I just got to survive on the basics, skip 7 and 8. Okay. And then 9, 10, and 11 are review for you guys because you need the review, okay? So go ahead and do pages, you won't finish this today, I know that. So start page 17, go ahead and try at least number 1, I think you guys can do by the time class ends. And then we'll finish this assignment next time and you have your quiz redo next time. Yeah, Joy. Totally, yes.